Let me get your thought on incubators, specifically fintech incubators, because there's a lot of them out there. I know Startup Bootcamp has just announced 10 companies. You've got the Escalator Project, which is Barclays and Techstars over at Central Working. You've got the Fintech Innovation Lab, which is Accenture's kind of piece. And there are so many of these happening, and so many corporates seem to kind of getting into this recently. I was wondering what you think of that, and do you sometimes say, not another incubator, or there's not another one of these things? Can the space get over incubated?
It's a good question, and that's a quote for me, thinking fast as I answer. Here's my personal view of incubators. At the very least, what they're doing is they are bringing more focus into a particular portion of the tech ecosystem. So we're talking fintech, but it's actually broader than that. I think the criticism that has been levied against incubators and accelerators is sometimes if you take money out of them, you almost are starting off on a back foot. So if you get £15,000 or £25,000 at 10%, that means you've given away 10%.
Yeah.
Does that actually help you? Is often the question that gets asked. I tend to think of it this way. Net, if somebody is teaching you how to get smarter and literally giving you a crash course in 3 to 6 months and bringing you up to speed, which would have typically taken you, 3 or 4 years, you're still cutting through a whole bunch of stuff. The commercial part of it is something, some parts of the debate have reason or logic behind it. And I understand the commercial logic is that, am I really helping you by giving you 15,000 at 8% or 10% or whatever it is? Taking that debate aside, there are other advantages which are there. I think my personal bias on this matter is that if I'm a startup, I should have a very rational, data-driven way of approaching incubators and accelerators. What am I looking for? And then what am I expecting to get out of it? It comes back to the commercial nous that we talked about. It all comes back to that. Your broader question, are we over-incubated today? I'm not entirely sure yet on that particular one. I'm still okay with the amount that is there. I definitely do feel there's a lot of variability
Between the incubators?
Between the incubators.
Okay.
And that, I have to say, is not a cause for concern, but definitely something to be, if from a startup perspective, to be very aware about.
Choose wisely.
Choose wisely.
How can anybody sign up, publish an event, and start selling tickets in a matter of minutes? We love the notion of people gathering. We really thought about low friction. We want to be that cable TV of live experiences. We basically broke all the startup rules. It's fairly insane to go into a business venture with your fiance. My advice, to any 20-year-old or fledgling entrepreneur is to not listen to their parents. Do something really incredible.